Yo, what is good? What is good, everybody? I know what it is. Welcome to another episode of the BKE podcast. Y'all know who it is. It's your boy CJ Lurid here. We got John Logic here, the Ranters Union. Salute to the Ranters Union. Salute to the BKE podcast viewers. Y'all know what it is. So,
Salute.
y'all know what it is, man. It is time to get down to the nitty gritty. This week we are talking about music in the making. Mic check. We got some special guests for y'all today. We got Grammy Award winning producer Jason Salvador. We got DMV local rapper Wanza here. You know what I'm saying? And we also had another special guest by the name of Yanni Malone, but she couldn't make it due to unforeseen circumstances. So definitely prayers and blessings to her. But we still going to show her her music video that just dropped last week. It's fire. It's called Gremlin Freestyle. So I hope y'all ready for it. She's mad talented. We used to work way, way, way back in the day. So I'm definitely excited to hear her new stuff, and she got some projects up and coming as well. So we're going to try to get her on a little bit later. But we got to keep going with the show. Um, so yeah, so Ja, man, what's been going on, man? How you been feeling, bro?
All is well, man. I'm ready to get the business, man. I'm ready to hear some people, some independent music. You know what I'm saying? Happy to be a special guest again here on the BKE. Happy to meet your guests. And I'm really excited to hear the music. I'm really excited to hear the music, real talk. Real talk.
Most definitely, most definitely, most definitely, man. Like I said, I'm always down with letting people hear, new stuff, new tracks. These new up and comers. Especially locally, because I love putting a showcase on the local talent. You know what I'm saying? So that is what we're going to do here today. So I hope you guys are ready. I know I'm ready. Y'all know how it is. We got some subtopics. We got some subtopics that we're going to talk about. Then we're going to kick it into gear. All right. First thing first. I know we talked about last week. We were talking about Donda Tech by Kanye. Kanye new album Donda 2 is set to release, but it's only going to be released on a $200 stem player. You guys don't know what stems are. It's like little media bits, that you can chop it up. You can create your own beat. You can edit it on the go and things like that. So we're gonna talk a little bit more about that a little bit later. But the topic of the night is going to be music influence, and we're going to talk about like what is it about music that influenced you, and our special guest that we have here tonight. So again, man, I hope y'all ready for this. Also, just to make sure y'all know that everything that you hear on this podcast, we're gonna give y'all forewarning.
The opinions expressed in this program are those of the presenter in their current state of mind, which they have right to change at any given moment. The iRant Network and the members of the Ranters Union are not responsible for any claims made. All opinions and train of thoughts are welcomed here and protected by the First Amendment and the Ranters Union. All commentary, criticism, news reporting, research, teaching, and or scholarship of copyrighted material is protected by the Fair Use Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. iRant Network and the founder of the Ranters Union, Logic, aka Mr. M, recommends that you take what is said and do your own research. Read a goddamn book and form your own opinion. Furthermore,
Yeah. So, man, I also want to again give another salute out to the Ranters Union, man. I want to thank Jai for officially allowing the BKE podcast to be on the network. It's been great so far. Salute to the Ranters Union. If you guys are there, definitely, definitely, hit the comments. Y'all know what it is. Just make sure y'all interact with us. It's going to be a dope show today. All right. So let's introduce our special guest, man. I've been talking too much so far. It's only been 5 minutes of the show. So I hope y'all ready for it. Jason Salvador, Grammy Award winning producer. He's my man, 100 grand, man. Such a pleasure to meet him. Yo, Jay, what is good?
Yo, yo. Can you hear
How
me?
you doing, man? Yeah, we can hear you perfectly.
Perfect. That's what's up, man. What's good, man? Thanks for having me back.
Man, look, it's a
You know,
pleasure to
I'm ready
have
to
you
have
back, bro.
a ball on here, man.
So if you guys have been watching the BKE podcast last year, we had Jason on a couple of times here. So this will be his third visit with us this time, man, on the show. So man, Jason, I'm glad that
I'm
you
starting to
back,
feel like a
man. You know,
regular.
we always take a call. So man, how have you been? How have you been, man?
Man, I've been great, bro. I'm in a good space. I'm in a good space, man. I'm excited. This year is something I've been preparing for, man, since around the first time when we just met, man. So it's go time.
Right, right.
When I met
I
you, I
feel
was
that. I
preparing
feel
for
that.
everything.
Most definitely, most definitely. So let's also introduce our other special guest. He's straight out of here, the DMV. He is a local rapper. He's a talented guy. He has some upcoming projects coming out. It's my boy Wanza. Wanza, what is good, bro? You there? Yeah, he. I think you on.
I don't even think he said anything.
Did you say anything?
He just threw a gang sign up at us, and that was it.
I think you having connections issues right now, man.
Gang,
I think there you go right there. Wanza, can you hear us? Are you there?
I don't think
This-
he can hear you, bro. Can he hear you?
can you, can you hear us? We can't hear you, bro.
Murphy's Law, yo.
Yeah.
Salute
Man,
Sunflower Sky. Salute Cherokee Rose. Salute everybody in the chat. Happy Friday.
Hell yeah! Happy Friday! It's Friday. Damn, made it through another
yeah,
week.
man. It is definitely
All
Friday,
limbs
man.
intact.
Most definitely. So, Jason,
Yes, sir.
as always, it's a pleasure, man. So tell us, what's been going on in your neck of the woods. Tell us where you're from. Just give us a little background. Who is Jason?
Oh yeah, just for a quick background, I'm Jason Salvador, a 20 plus year vet in the music industry. Um, like started off going from intern to executive in 3 months at 19 years old, working for Will Smith. Um, and then from there, went on to do a lot of cool things. Discovered Keisha Cole was her first manager. Was a big part of the first Neo project. Discovered Lupe Fiasco. Um, was his manager for like good 10 years and spent a good bulk of that time traveling on the road with people like Kanye West and Jay-Z and stuff like that. Been partners with Jay-Z. Been partners with Scooter Braun, was a part of the Justin Bieber thing from the beginning. But ever since 2003, what my pride and joy is my crew that I'm still with to this day, and that's 1500 and nothing. So that's shout out to Lawrence and James and Brody. You know what I mean? And my family, we still here, man. You know what I mean? Not right now, like, shoot, we stayed Grammy nominated or Grammy winning every single year since 2005. One of the big things that's really exciting right now is we got our school, the 1500 Sound Academy, and the stuff that's come from that. The city of Los Angeles gave us our own holiday every January 15th of every year. It's 1500 and nothing day. So this year we were to celebrate
Oh
our
shit,
second anniversary as far as that was concerned. So we had a big hoopla thing in front of the school. Um,
that's fucking amazing, bro.
yeah, man. So we just opened up. Yeah, man. So we just trying to recover back from COVID, man, and just get things back rolling again.
Hey, look, man. Again, congratulations to that man. That is a major accomplishment. I'm happy for you. Like I said, you my boy, man. We go way back. We met what last year. We met
Yes,
last year. We've been boys ever since, man. It's been
family
a
ever
pleasure.
since, man. Family ever since, man. For real.
Clubhouse, man. Clubhouse. You gotta hold the clubhouse, man. Hey,
Hey, man.
Elijah, we were just talking about this last week. We was
Yeah,
talking about how Clubhouse definitely allowed us to formulate new connections and new friends and new family. You know what I'm saying?
thanks.
So Definitely.
A lot of time on Clubhouse, man, and I started to think like I almost started to be angry with the amount of time I spent on there, and I said I can't be angry, man. I'm like I got family members now, like you know what I'm saying, like there's people like you
Yeah.
and Oscar and you know what I'm saying, Truzy, and I met some great people on there that I feel like are gonna be lifetime friends. You know what I'm saying? So shit,
Man,
it
I
was worth
agree.
it was worth every second invested, man. I think I got your guy back, man. You back in, bro?
Yeah. Can you hear us, Monster?
Everything in moderation, though, right?
Most definitely. Most definitely.
And definitely with some type of intention. Intention is powerful. So it's
Well, I
like,
spent all that time in there because I had a vision that like I thought that I mean listen, I ended up getting a deal out of the Clubhouse situation. I spent all that time on there because I was trying to develop a podcast thing. You know what I'm
mhm,
saying? And then I got on this show and I just figured out how far back I was and I just let it go. I wasn't even going to try to step on CJ's toes, man. But that was my intention was just basically what I was trying to do was I've been as a music executive, I was taught to stay in the background. You know what I
uh-huh,
mean? Like never, never to be
Right.
seen or heard. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this new industry is all about branding yourself. You know what I'm saying? So like I that's why I stuck myself out there and I put myself in a completely uncomfortable situation. You know what I'm saying? Being out there like
right.
that. But it was good. It was I feel fulfilled. I'm fulfilled from that. You know what I mean? But I spent a lot of time on there. I connected with a lot of old contacts and
hmm
then build some new ones. You know what I mean? So it was all worth it at the end of the day, man. Like you know what I mean? I profited from it.
That's dope.
Most definitely.
So,
Most
so
definitely.
that's your joint, Red Vision TV,
Red Vision Music.
Red Vision Music. Okay.
Yep. Red Vision Music. Red Vision Music is started because my boy Red, who was about 2 years older than I was, um, he he's the one that brought me on to work at Will's company. But within
Hmm.
we were partners, and we started this company called Red Vision Music. We were
Right.
we were actually doing it as music supervisors, and 2 years into it, he ended up catching AIDS and passed away.
Oh man,
You
that's
know what I'm
crazy.
saying? So like, yeah. So like, I told his mom, I promised his mom that I would keep the company
Hmm.
going, and you know what I mean. And listen, man, this it's Red Vision Music, man, all day long, boy. Like you.
That's what's.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And you're originally from California, or
Yep, originally from LA. Yep.
Yeah.
that's what's up.
Mhm. I keep.
So, man, I know you just had a major project release. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, so when I met you, so so basically, well, let me run a little bit. So I have been a music manager and a music executive throughout my entire career, 20 years plus in, and when COVID hit, 80% of my actual revenue came from touring. You know what I mean? Having artists out there on the road and stuff like that. I took a major hit during COVID, and with my time being spent at home, I taught myself how to produce. So I taught myself how to produce. I taught myself how to do things that I never thought I was going to be able to do.
Right.
Ever. You've never been able to tell me I was going to do that. So can y'all hear me? I feel like
We
everybody
can hear
just.
you.
All
I
right.
hear you.
Yeah.
My
So
man Watson, your camera look crazy right now, bro.
Yo, Wanza, can you hear us? I see your mouth lip. I see your mouth moving a little bit, but we can't hear no sound.
You got some headphones?
These having sound issues, y'all.
It's all
yeah.
good.
So yeah, man. So like I ended up teaching myself how to produce, and one of the things that actually like hit me, man, was like I knew I had a full year ahead of me this year, and so what I decided to do was like I had been making all these beats, and so I started off with like this small idea to start like a compilation album, which is this is what the project is. It's getting ready to come out. It's called Cloth Talk. Cloth Talk was
Mm,
supposed to come out in November, and the purpose of Cloth Talk was not only for me to just kind of like just get it out, get it, just expose myself real fast, but it was also to just reintroduce myself to the game again, and just hit the bumps and bruises and try to fix. You know what I mean? Like I wanted Cloth Talk to be the guinea pig before I put out any of these other artists that we're going to put out this year, and
Is
and
this
man,
a
it was
video
a lot of bumps
from
and
that
bruises,
project?
brother. This is the
Is this
first
from?
single. Yeah, that's the first single. That's Summer Bunnies. Yep, that's my boy Hop. That's one of my
Mhm.
best friends I grew up with my whole life. You know what I'm saying? But he's also an incredible artist. Shoot, that was like one of the easiest things. So also, like, I directed the video, edited the video. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So like, I
man.
taught myself how to produce. I taught
The
myself how to
song
direct.
itself
I taught
was
myself how
dope.
to edit. I taught myself how to do things I never thought I was gonna be able to do. So,
Mhm.
I ran into some bumps and bruises with, like artwork and different things like that through like, got a new distributor and all that kind of stuff like that. So I mean, the album has been delivered. I'm actually waiting, like it can just come out any day now. I'm already
Mhm.
I'm already past Cloth Talk, you know what I'm saying? Like so Cloth Talk, we got 2 videos out, 2 singles out. We got this right here. This is Summer Bunnies. We got another joint with my guy King Fats, who's in Chicago. So we got 2 good quality videos out already. We got some good numbers behind them. Um, but I mean, we already like dang near like 70-80% through the next project. So the next project is really what I was like excited and I wanted to get on here with you, man, because I wanted to start talking about that. Cloud Talk has had its promotion, is gonna come out, and you know what I mean? It's like some all of like my first beats. I mean, like Summer Bunnies right here, this is the first beat I ever made in my life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, actually, it's funny that ended up being the first single. But so the new project is going to be called 4429, and the whole premise of the album is going to be like, so like 449 uh used to be my pager code back in the day. so so every song title is going to be a pager code on this new project, which is called 4429. So Hop and I,
Okay.
we've known each other since we were like 9, 10 years old. We used to have this crew called God's Gift to Women. And we called it GG2W for short. So 4429 would be GG2W. That's how that would be always like our little thing after we like put our number where we was at, then we put
Facts,
4429.
facts.
So yeah. So 4429 is the name of the new album that's getting ready to come out.
So
And
check this out. So check this out. We got the video here. If you don't mind, we're gonna play a snippet of it. We're gonna play a snippet of it if you don't mind.
oh, please. Promo time.
Yeah. Okay. I'm feeling this, Jake. Yeah, this that hot. This that Venice Beach, Malibu, Santa Monica. I love LA. Off in that cold. Smoking a bowl on pre-roll. West Coast. Summer Bunny Part 2. There ain't a better place in California on a summer day. Nope, they be stunning. I'm trying to run up like one a day. From Pasadena, Reseda, Mamas in Monterey. I'm loving how they shaking their dreads. Fold me up in the bay. Swerving down the Bray in the Wraith. You're just me and Bay. Looking like we fresh out the bank. With the whole safe. Looking like we straight to the face. With the whole eight. Looking like we stuck at the Grove. For the whole day. Damn. Shit crazy.
This shit is hot, man. This shit is fire, bro.
Shit so fly. This shit make you think you sing and shit. Now it was about 8 p.m. the date ready to end. We had trust stations, we faded out on the limb. Baby so complacent, she love it chillin' with him. Couple faces on the table, it's Nathan, it's just per diem. Hop on the 110, bang it, park up in the BM. Extra Coliseum, gotta be on stage by 10. Hit the jack, wear a hat. He missed on next position, fuck around and caught a flag. He stuck with 2 twins. In an Uber for my shooter, I gotta keep him on cue though. Stay up on that Luigi, that nigga behind in Pluto. Told my niggas it's our time, these other niggas, well, you know. I gotta give it to her, I'm proud to make it do low. Slide up and down the shower in the young arrow. Before they took the hustle, went broad in the metro. Long little hustle, taking flicks by the mirror. Where they only covers cause they fear us, you know, city. Come on. LA. Come on. Place where you can't be broke, cause you gotta buy smoke.
Yeah, man, that was a cool video shoot. That was actually the easiest, most fun video shoot I've ever been a part of. Like everybody that was there, I know my whole life. It was no like anybody trying to be a superstar or anything like that. Everybody was helpful. Everybody was just cool, and it was high vibration the entire time, man. Like seriously, like I've never had such a smooth experience, man. That was fun.
Man, look, you guys definitely put Cali on the map with that one. You know what I'm saying? It's Cali always been on the map, but it's great to see, more of that old school Cali vibe. That's what I got from it. Where you see six foes riding down the lane. You want what's that? Venice? That's Venice Beach, right? If I'm not mistaken, that's Venice
That is
Beach.
Venice. Yes, that is
Yeah,
Venice.
yeah, yeah. So it was nice. It was nice, man. It was nice, man.
You
That
know, it's
was
so
dope. That was dope.
crazy, man. Like I think that on some real shit. Like I think that the West Coast thing is just in me because I swear to God, that is not what my intention was. And every time I do a record, people always in the video like, "Yo, that sounds like some real West Coast." So I'm like, that's not what I'm trying to do at all. But hey,
Was
man,
is there a sample in that joint?
pardon me.
You say that was your first. You started
That was the very
producing, right?
first beat I ever made. Yes.
Wow. So was there a sample in there, or
Um. I don't. I mean, if it was a sample, I wouldn't know. I mean, at
was
that
like
point
it
in
came with
time,
the
like I know
program,
how to
right?
sample now. So like this next project, 4429, I'm sampling my butt off. You know what I'm saying? But that right there was just I just had a bunch
Sound,
of sound packs. I just had a bunch of sound packs, and I just worked it off of a sound pack. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
you killed
So,
it. You killed it. You killed it. That was a dope
Yeah.
beat. I really
Uh,
fucked with that.
Listen,
thank you.
That
hats
was
So
off
sick.
to you, bro.
I
Hats
went,
off
yeah,
to you,
it
man.
definitely wasn't a sample. Like I didn't chop that thing at all. Like you know what I mean? I just mangled up
Right.
the sound from the sound pack. You know what I
Yo,
mean?
what
I
a
didn't
time.
do like I do it now. You know what I mean?
What a time we live in now, though. Speaking of sound packs and shit like that, right? Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
Well,
what a time
listen, I'm
we
gonna tell
live
you
yeah.
something right now. When you hear some of the stuff, that's why I was asking you. I was like, I wanted to see if I would be able to play some of the stuff that I'm working on for 4429. So like, what's going on right now in the music business is like I have some very blatant samples that I'm getting ready to like put out because
in.
like from an independent standpoint, I don't have to announce samples
Right.
anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because like what's happening, right? Like the labels are starting to notice that by us sampling things, right? It they won't come after us because what's happening from these samples, they're finding that they're sending the catalog shooting through the roof.
Mm.
So they don't bother us right now while we're sampling. So like I think this is a small window. I think I think all of us are really going to take advantage of it, and it's going to end up stopping at some point. So like while it's going, I'm going to take full advantage and rock.
That's
And I
sick.
and
That's
what's exciting about this is like this is how somebody like Kanye, who I was a part of Kanye's career from day one,
mm-hmm.
day one. You know what I'm saying? And Kanye, like first of all, Kanye is incredible. No one can chop samples like him, and they cannot do it at the speed that he does it. But it's that I never say this word correctly. It's the familiarity. It's the nostalgia that comes from these
Right.
samples. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
it gives
Absolutely.
an opportunity. Like so I'm a I, but I'm getting the feedback like I'm very good at picking the right sounds and stuff like that because I've been doing this for so long. So I'm taking full advantage of it, man.
And it shows, bro. It
Hopefully,
shows.
hopefully it'll work out for me, man. So like that's what I'm going balls to the wall. So I spent this whole like last like since we've met up until now, CJ. That's all I've been doing is teaching myself how to sample. So like I don't even know if y'all can see like so I talked to Kanye
That's your
and
whole setup, man.
so basically what I got here right. So like I talked to Kanye and then but Hit Boy is the one that really like put me up on this.
Mm-hmm.
This is the best thing that's ever happened to me. I just got this like 3 months ago. Ever since I've had this, everything I've done has been fire. Basically, you just plug this thing in, like it's a USB thing. You plug it right into your computer, and you
Mm-hmm.
turn on
Keyboard,
whatever
right?
your DAW is. It instantly communicates with the DAW, right? And so what
Mm-hmm.
I do is basically I can just grab whatever sample I want. I throw it right up. I drag and drop it, and then it just scatters it right across the keys. This is what Kanye does. This is how Kanye works. So basically Kanye doesn't. You might see Kanye using like drum pads like that. That's not what he does. He uses
Right.
the ASR 10. This basically acts like the ASR now. Basically, it'll take the sample. It chops the whole damn sample for me in a matter of
Right.
seconds, and then I could just play the damn thing.
What's the
I
name of that machine?
this thing right here. This is called the complete control S49, and it's from Native Instruments. And this thing, and I got this thing like on eBay for like $400. I bought it
Wow.
from clean as hell. Had all it was still in the paperwork and everything like that, man. And this thing has been this man has been the difference between night and day. You know what I mean? Like you
That's
can
what's
really
up,
it's
man.
like what's really crazy is like I I'm able to like mess around with the sample so much on this stuff. Like what I do still just for shits and giggles is I run the song on Shazam before I release anything, and I'm still not
Mhm.
even getting caught
Not even,
Shazam
it's not even
or
getting
even
picked up.
catching on.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy. So I heard you mentioned Hit Boy. So you said Hit Boy uses that machine too?
Yeah, this is one of his go-tos. Yep,
Wow.
absolutely,
That's dope. Yeah, man.
absolutely.
What
But
do you
he's
think
another
about Hit Boy
he's
and
another
Nas?
genius as well. He's another genius as well. I love man. Listen, I think one of the things I say about Hit Boy is I think that Hit Boy, when he was under Kanye and Jay Z at first, I think that Hit Boy should have spent another year under them. But
Mhm.
Hit Boy is like Hit Boy is a real dude. Like he's a real guy, and he's like that's not my circle. So as soon as
Mhm.
he like got something popping, he ran off to just get his crew popping.
Yeah.
And what
And that's when he made
no one wanted to hear anything about those
that.
guys. So.
Is that when he made that video? I was grinding my whole life. That joint when he put them on, because I
Yes,
seen that was definitely like a crew track, right?
yeah, and those guys just weren't. Listen, those are all my boys, so there's no
Yeah.
disrespect if they see this, but it's
Right.
like they're just not stars. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And what Hit Boy what Hit Boy needed to do is he needed to build his celebrity status a
Right.
little bit more. You know what I'm saying? He needed to establish himself before jumping ship. You know, like
Mm.
the way he did, because he was basically like baby Kanye over there,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they're two totally different producers, but
Right.
they're,
I know what
they
you're saying. You
I
mean as
think
far
this
as
way, I think they're equally as talented. I think they just do different things. You know what I'm saying?
right, you mean as far as like trajectory and like you said, talent and all that. That's why you're comparing it, right?
Absolutely. I think Kanye is like the sample king. I Hit Boy actually knows how to play. You know what the difference is between like Kanye? What I try to say, like the difference between uh the producers now and the producers from my era is these guys are like engineers. They're post
Mhm.
production guys. You know what I'm saying? Like they know how to go in, like they know how to play with all the toys. They know how to deal with all the compressors and the EQs and the, like all that stuff. They know how to mess with everything. Like they're like scientists. They're like
Right.
mad scientists. You know what I'm saying? Like
But like we're saying, speaking of the time we live in though right now, it's so much you can do with this equipment and these programs that you can kind of the playing field is almost leveled. It's almost leveled.
bro, listen, I'm telling you, like this is what I was trying to explain about this whole
Mm-hmm.
thing. I feel like I'm doing a commercial for this damn keyboard.
Mm.
The time that it takes for me to load a sample onto here, man, compared to what it would take for Kanye to be able to load a sample onto his ASR, chop it, like and basically tell it where to go and all that kind of stuff like that, and tune it, also like that. Man, it takes me that would have been 3 or 4 hours for him. It takes me
Wow.
3 minutes
Wow.
to get the thing loaded up and go. So like you know what I mean? Like if these people, I still am hoping that they don't even know what is really like in front of them right now.
Salute Virginia Slim. I see you, brother.
I
Yo,
think CJ
Yeah,
trying to say something. I can't hear
yeah, my bad, my bad.
you.
I keep forgetting that I'm on mute. So,
my man Slim asked if he was my man's Casey brother. You remember MC Mighty Casey from that did White Girls? That song that
No,
was on BET Uncut. You remember that shit? White Girls was on BET Uncut. Used to come on every night. You remember that
I
shit?
don't remember that one. No,
Or
no, I'm not his brother. No.
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you by the sea.
so what's crazy is, man, I want to first, like, again, I want to congratulate you for all your accomplishments thus far in the whole year.
Facts.
When I was able to, when I was, given a chance to actually finally meet you, and then, I got to meet J Dub, and then, I got to meet the Red Vision crew. You guys have welcomed me into y'all family, man. So I definitely want to thank y'all for that, man. But
Hold on. What?
man, I'm actually proud of you, man. Like you've been grinding. Like when you told me, man, when you told me that you're ready to stop the bullshit and you're ready to just go ahead and just start grinding. I mean, I ain't hear from you like what 3, 4 months. And then we finally reconnected, and then it's like, man, yeah, you dropped Summer Bunnies, and you talking about cloth talk, and I was like, man, this is where it's at. This is where it's at. And then the Grammys is coming up. The Grammys is coming up, man. So what's going on with the Grammys this year?
Honestly, man, I think this is gonna be the first year. I don't think that we're gonna walk away with anything this year. This is gonna be the first year in damn man. I think 2002 or 2003. I think like we're not gonna walk away with anything. I don't think we're gonna walk away with anything. I think and I felt so confident uh this time last year because like this time last year we had already bagged that Nipsey joint. James had did the record with Jay Z and Nas, I want to say, and Khaled.
Right.
Um, we had like some very real significant records, and then Brody doing all the Bruno shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like or the
Mm,
Soul Sonic thing. Um, I thought for sure we were gonna have something in the bag, but I think Kanye's just made a lot of noise this year. You know what I'm saying? And listen, he's family. Listen, I was able to. I won a Grammy last year's Grammy. I was a part of. We're on his album. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
you know what I mean. So I mean, this is his year though, like, and he's gonna overshadow like everything. You know what I mean? When I saw like the nominations coming in and stuff like that, I completely disregarded him.
You guys get
You know
any
what I'm saying?
nominations?
Huh?
You
We
guys
got
get
some
any
nominations.
like
We got some nominations, but I don't think that they're gonna be. I think Kanye is gonna. There are things that just have a little bit more. I mean, listen, like whenever, like one of the things about being a Grammy nominee and a Grammy winner is like you go to these meetings and you go to the votes and so you kind of see where everybody is going with things and whatnot and
right?
I could tell I already know where everything's getting ready to go. You know what I mean? So I don't think that we're gonna pull anything off. But as always, we're like I say, we're always nominated or we're winners. Every
Hey, look, the acknowledgement is there, brother. The acknowledgement is there. You know what
no,
I'm
but
saying? The
listen,
acknowledgement is there,
like
man.
honestly, it like one of the things that I learned when I was working for Will Smith because the first thing that I did when I was working for Kanye was we did Ali, and he was Oscar nominated. And one of the things that he told me, and this is what always stuck with me, he goes, I'm no longer the actor Will Smith from Philadelphia or the actor rapper, whatever. He goes, I'm Oscar nominated actor Will Smith. From here on out, that's the part of your title. So like, yo, once you're Grammy nominated once, like you could just be Grammy nominated once, and you always have to put that in front of my name. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's cool. Like, you can't win all the time.
Hey, man, look, was I want to first, man. I want to thank you, man, because like you've honestly, with you taking the time out to schedule these last couple of times that you've been on the show. You know what
I
I'm
love
saying?
this
And you,
show, man. I love this show.
hey, look, I
I
appreciate it,
want
man.
to have
Look,
a
I've
reoccurring
been
role.
grinding, man.
That's where we're going with this.
Look, I've been trying to grind, man. This is 3 seasons. You know what I'm saying? This is 3 seasons of millions in the making. So starting from the bottom, you're trying to get up. Get up to the top. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make this shit global. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to
Let's do
do this
that.
shit.
So listen, what do I gotta do? What do I gotta do?
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Hey, listen, look. I said I'm trying to do this shit. I got Logic here with me. Me and Logic, we got something great coming up. Coming up very soon.
yeah,
We got
I
some
want to
great
know
things
more about
coming up
Logic.
very
Logic,
soon.
where you come from, man? Tell me about yourself, man. I want to get an understanding of where you came from.
All right, salute. I appreciate that. So I came from promoting music, you know what I mean, promoting events, and that's why I started in like when it comes to like entertainment industry or whatever. Before that, I was always involved with like freelance business and all that, growing up in the hood and all that. But you know, I started, and of course I got into like activism, student activism, like in my earlier years of college or whatever, and then
Okay.
kind of met up with some mentors. Um, and
Where'd you
then
go
I
to college,
started
by the way?
in Manhattan. Nothing, nothing crazy, nothing special. I'm from New York, so I went to
Okay.
BMCC. That's like the party school. It's a CUNY, like a city university. So basically a community college, right? But it was like a pretty popular one, located pretty central. A lot of people from a lot of different neighborhoods went there. So coming from the neighborhood I came from, it did real well for my networking. You feel me?
Right.
So and then I kind of got with some mentors who plugged me in my early 20s. That's how I got into actually promoting and marketing music and events. They seen what I was doing on the campus and they kind of pulled me up, and that blessed me with the opportunity to be part of the lineage of Lyricist Lounge. So I don't know if you're familiar with the
Oh yeah,
Lyricist
of
Lounge.
course. Yeah.
Right. So those are my big brothers and shit. So they became my mentors. I started in my early 20s producing events with them, promoting events with them on my own as well with my student organization. And then I got real cool with the brother that they spoke of in the chat earlier, and that's Mighty Casey. He's a MC from out of Boston, really Cambridge, and he made a song that was like a cult classic. It was a comedy. It's like a spoof song. It was on BET Uncut for a while, and a lot of people, like I said, it's a cult classic. And me and him got really cool, and we was working with the youth at the same time. And when we wasn't working with the youth, we would be in the industry parties, drinking for free. You know what I'm saying? Rubbing, you know, shoulders with everybody and shit. And we got, one day while after that, while we were hanging out, he was just like, "Y'all want to spoof these rappers?" You know what I'm saying? Like we watching like Smack DVDs and like the Hood DVDs and shit. You know what I mean? And see how crazy brothers was acting. So he's like, we should spoof this shit. And then that was it. From then on, I had some background in music and entertainment when it comes to marketing promotion. I was a production assistant on anything my peoples were doing. And and with my student activism, I would fuck with media in my college as well. I would use the cameras and hire editors and shit. So I was producing shit, but I wasn't looking at it like that because I was always like purpose driven, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So I took those skill sets and I was able to, and I became like the perfect underground executive producer of a film, if you will, right? Because I had the resources and I knew how to barter where I couldn't pay, or I knew how to call in favors and pay the low, and you know what I'm saying. So I had a lot of resources, and I went from
That's
someone.
what the business is all about.
That's
Bottom
what
line.
producing is about, right? So that became my film school. So in like my mid 20s, I rolled up my sleeve and just really dug in and then mastered producing a film, with my first film being a hip hop comedy or gangster rap mockumentary, if you will, called Monkey Gang, the mockumentary. And it would be 10 years this year since I became an award winning filmmaker because of that project. You know what I'm saying? Because that we end up getting into film festivals, and I felt like I skipped a line, right? Because I didn't go to school for it. But at the end of the day, I did my research. I read the books. I was already working in the field without really noticing those things. And
You don't need
you
to go
know,
to
I,
school for that stuff, brother.
oh no, not at all. You don't need school, but you need education. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta educate yourself. So when I
You
when,
have to
one of the
educate yourself. You have to
right.
educate
One of the things I did,
yourself.
absolutely one of the things I did when I started that road was I read what I could read on writing scripts and made sure I incorporated all of that into the jokes we were tossing around, and I turned that into a script. You know what I'm saying? Like I made it official and how to format that shit, and it came out pretty well. You know what I mean? Even though we did a lot of improv too, but the storyboard, the structure, what happened, all of that had to be already outlined in the treatment and everything. So
Right.
I really was able to use elbow grease with that one and make it all pull it all together. And that was my formal schooling. And then of course doing it, right? So after that, I never looked back on that lane. So I kept the youth advocate part of me,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then I kept the film part. So then my next film was I actually moved to California after that, right? And then I actually moved to the Bay, and then I created a film program for the youth in these schools I was working in, right? And then I made another film, which was a documentary on another youth advocate who was also she was also working in the schools, and she had a fashion design program, and she took it from the Bay to Uganda, right? So we called it Project Bayganda. So I turned that into a project, you know what I mean? Put it in film festivals as well, things like that. And then also around that time, I got into the whole virtual production, you know what I mean? Like late 2017, early 2018. I really just not mastered, but I started learning at around those times how to produce virtually. So with me producing virtually and me also wanting to be able to distribute my own projects, because that was a big thing that I learned that I wanted to do early on in the game, was like I can't be in these meetings and having people tell me how my shit need to come out,
Hmm.
or lowball me or whatever, right? So I was like, you know what, I need to always be able to distribute my own shit, which that changed drastically in those times. In 2010, you can still get away with selling a DVD at an independent store in certain cities. Right
Correct.
now, not so much. Right.
No.
Then you were able to rent theaters, which you still can, but Corona, right? But even outside of that, just
But
the
we
way
built
things
our own. Yeah, we that
right.
not to interrupt you, but see, like everything that you're saying, it leads up to like what it is that I've done since day one, since 2001, 2002. You know, what I mean, I'm 21 years old in 2001. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm,
Like what I've done is like I did my first run of meetings, right? And I noticed that people just don't treat you nicely in these offices. You know what I'm saying? Like
mhm,
you'll go to, you know what I
Not
mean?
at
Like
all, bro.
they,
Not at
they, they,
all.
they play your music on the worst speakers. You know what I'm saying? But then they play their shit. You know what I'm saying? On these big ass things that blow your head off. Like, and I'm one of the type of people that is like, it only takes me one time to experience something, and I'm never gonna trip over that same crack in the sidewalk twice. You know what I'm saying? So like, what I did is I came up with something where I was like, you know, I make them come to me. So I don't
mhm,
socialize with people in the industry anymore. So I do things on my own. Like that's why, like, you know, like CJ will tell you, like I just rock with my own. Like you will never see me really out and about. Like,
I,
listen,
I
we won all these Grammys. I've never been to the Grammys once. I walk
right,
my dog up and down the red carpet and I leave. I've never stepped foot in the auditorium. Never.
right.
You know what
I definitely I definitely could relate to you on that. But I want to say around the time I started making the first film, I stopped going out. So I get what you're saying. Like I stopped going to those industry parties, right? And I
I mean?
became more productive actually staying in the house and learning how to edit. You know what I'm saying? Because I couldn't pay an editor what an editor was worth at that time. You know what I'm saying? To edit a whole film from scratch, right? That's asking a lot. So I learned how to, you know what I'm saying, on the job and got pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I put in a lot of hours. I would say I put in enough hours to master that shit by now at this point, right? But
Big
but with that being said, yeah, man, I was privileged. Like I had a couple weird meetings, but they weren't never too disrespectful. But I saw the bullshit. And you know what I'm saying? So if I see the
Exactly.
bullshit, I'm like,
Exactly. I've never really been disrespected, but I mean, I see the
yeah,
bull and all that kind of
see the
stuff.
bullshit. See the
And
bullshit.
listen,
Because I'm a
listen, business 101 is like if I'm coming to you asking you for something, I'm
mm,
already in the weak part of the negotiating in the negotiation table. You know what I'm saying? So
right,
like you got to make them come to you. If I'm going
right.
to them all the time and I'm trying to sell, you know, myself, you know what I'm saying? Like then
And you
they
gotta
can
be able to say no.
they're
And you
gonna
gotta be
lowball you.
and
They're
you
gonna
got to be
lowball
able to say yeah, you got to be able to say no as well, right? And you got to be able to say no, knowing that you can do what you got
This
to
is
do
what I
for
do for a
yourself,
living now. This is what I do for
right?
because now I make them come to me. I've learned how to say no because I don't go to
Mhm.
anybody. I don't. I haven't stepped in an A&R like meeting or anything like that since 2002 or something like that. I don't go to
Okay,
anybody. I make them come to me.
right.
You know what I mean?
But
Like
yeah, but to put a bow on my story though, right? So that led to me creating a form of distribution the whole time. So my business plan would change here and there, but it all roads are leading virtual, digital. You know what I mean?
I can do something today, bro.
Even now with the Web3 and all of that. So currently, I'm part of the Lyricist Lounge DAO. You know what I mean? That's as far that's as much. You know, if you know about DAOs, that involves Web3 cryptocurrency and a community of people who deal with it. So we have our own coin now. You know what I'm saying? Um, well, it's actually a token, and then outside of that, I'm building a network to distribute content, and a lot of that content is being produced virtually, like what we're doing right now. So that's when he talks about the Ranters Union. That's the name of my media club, if you will. That's the name of the members. And I Rant Network is the name of our Netcast network. You know what I mean? So right now we got hours worth of footage. We're running 24 hours on the website. We're in the process of making a new website for the network itself, but we have one for the members. So anybody can join, the ranchersunion.com. And yeah, so we have a place, social media, everything aside from mainstream, right? We got our own social network, we got our own means of distributing our content. We have people that come for our content, and we do black and white up business. And we did our first media awards actual last year as well, where CJ was a recipient of a media award from the Iran Network. Right. So 10 years ago, I was just going to film festivals. 10 years later, I'm a distributor and a producer of a festival as well. Right. So yeah.
That's
Virginia
what's up,
Slim
man.
says, how low how low have you seen someone in the industry belittle themselves so they can get put on? That's a good question. I'm a you probably seen more than me when it comes to people trying to get put on. I was real heavy in the independent circuit and the underground and all that. So you
I
wanna
mean,
you wanna take that
it's,
first?
it's what you would assume. You know what I'm saying? I've seen people go as low as they can possibly go. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen
Whoa.
women. You know what I'm saying? Like open their legs for things and still not get it. You know what I mean? I think I've seen men open their legs and not get what they were looking
I, I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I knew
Don't,
it was coming.
I mean,
yo, don't,
it's everything that you assume.
don't cheat us now. Tell us a little more, sir. A little,
Yeah,
not
Hey,
too
look,
much.
get,
okay, you
I'm
can
just
tell
giving
me.
a little bit of the
So
tea.
you heard me repeat this a million times. For anybody that's trying to get into the music industry, this is how you save your behind. First of all, if you're not gangster or man enough to be able to protect yourself, right? Like, listen, listen. Even when you are gangster enough to protect yourself, sometimes that alone can just get you blackballed out of there because they don't want you to be able to tell on, anybody if someone proposes you for something. But listen, this is how I've avoided everything. I've done this thing where I stick to the buddy system. I don't go anywhere by myself.
Hey,
Yeah,
yo.
Listen,
man.
you stick to the buddy system, people leave you alone. So it's so funny when you go to these industry parties, they
I don't
normally have these
understand that
parties.
shit, bro.
They have these parties
My
here in
guy,
LA where you go up to the mountains and shit. And they at these and it's like in these mansions at the top of the mountain. And it was so funny, like you'd be in these private homes and shit. And listen, I'll sit there like with my homies and have a drink, and I'm just watching the hallway, bro. And you get to see whenever the big executives are going into like these rooms, and then all of a sudden you see these no-name motherfuckers going there, and you can see the way they come out of there. Like, yo, look at this
my,
face.
Yeah, that shit's fucking hilarious.
Yo, man,
Hey,
this shit's
yo,
crazy.
that's hey. So they got they butt cheeks split. They got their cheeks
People get
split.
their
Sound
butt kicked, but I mean,
Man,
it's like, yo, it's even like, yo, but let me tell you something. Hopefully, if there's anybody that's on here that's aspiring to do this, like you could take my story for instance, and let that inspire you. Because I don't put up with none of
preach
the
for it.
bullshit. That because I don't put up no bullshit, bro. Listen, like when I went from intern to executive, I was never an assistant. The reason I
Mhm.
went from intern to executive is because while I was an intern, I was an intern in the music department, and the interns in the I was the only intern in the music department, and I was supposed to be immune from mail deliveries. And just one day out of like 14 to 17 interns that we had, no one showed up that day. I was the only one. And so like the office manager came up to me and was like, "Hey, I need your help." I'm like, "All right, I'll help. I'll deliver mail today. Fuck it. I'll be a team player." I walk into the mail room, bro, and it was boxes stacked literally to the ceiling. And I was like, "Oh hell no, I'm not doing this. You want me to empty out this whole room? No, 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 I'm not doing it." They're like, "Well, you're fired." And I was like, "I was fucking fired me. Shit, I don't give a damn." Like, listen, I was a Pan African Studies major and a kinesiology major in college. You know what I'm saying? It's I didn't want to be in the music industry. So
Gotta
they,
be able to say no.
they had to
Right.
get a sign off. They had to get a sign off to fire me. And Will just happened to be in the office that day. And he's like, "I think I know who the hell this is." And he's like, "I need to see who this is real fast." He walked in there and he saw me and he was like, "Yo, what's up, man?" I'm like, "Yo, bro, I'm not a fucking postman." You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, man, give me a CD to burn and deliver to a studio or something like that. So I feel like I'm providing some kind of a service to the fucking company. I'm like, I don't want to just be running around here doing dumbass work. Like you got like
Yeah, like
motherfuckers around here that don't give a
I'm a
shit about
music
themselves.
I'm a
You know
music
what I'm saying?
intern.
Not me. And he was like, I don't know what to do with you. And he was like, shit, fuck it. Make you an executive. And I'll put all the pressure on
Yeah.
your ass right now, man.
It's like, I'm a fucking music intern. I ain't come here to send shit to FedEx and shit, man. Like
Ah, man,
you
somebody
ain't
was
sending music if you ain't sending music via FedEx, man, I don't want to do that shit.
yeah, yo, listen, you gotta stand behind your morals and your grounds. You know what I'm saying? Like, and people will respect that. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll see something in that. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a
Mhm.
lot of brown noses and ass kissers. You know what I'm saying? Now that I've had my own
Lot of
assistants in terms, like
lot of
it's funny as hell how they like treat you and shit. You know what I'm saying? But like the
Right.
motherfuckers that are
absolutely.
real, those are the motherfuckers that stick out. Those are the leaders, and that's what we're looking for is leaders. You know what I'm saying? We're looking for leaders, we're looking for strong people. You know what I'm saying? Like you're a leader, CJ. Like look what you've done, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you executed something. This is
This is
execution.
execution. That
You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man, I owe it all to the people who's been like sitting here and who's just been like, just been, giving me nonstop support. But I've also just been pushing myself, you know what I'm saying? Just pushing myself, not letting the smallest hiccup derail me from, what I'm trying to build. You know what I'm saying? And, meeting guys like you and Logic and, even my woman who stands beside my side to this day, you know what I'm saying? Like she pushes me, you know what I'm saying? She pushes me. Y'all push me, you know what I'm saying? And then in the last year, I'm gonna be honest. Like I started this podcast, I didn't know where the fuck I was gonna go with this shit, right? I didn't know where the fuck I was gonna go with this shit, man. But then I was like, man, I don't just want to become like a nigga doing a podcast because I ain't got shit else to do during the pandemic. I don't want to be that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I said, man, I want to build this shit. I don't want, Black Kings Empowerment to just be,
Mm-hmm.
another nigga doing podcast that's a board on the pandemic. I want the shit to be a fucking movement, man. It's like it's what I fucking want. You know what I'm saying? And so, man, I've been grinding hard, and now I'm 3 fucking seasons in. I won an award on a Ranters Union. You know what I'm saying? And I'm dying to win more awards, and I will win. I
You will
will win.
win more awards,
You know what
bro.
I'm saying?
Seriously.
So,
That's what I'm telling you.
only time.
We didn't have a talk offline, bro. But I think that there's some things that we all could be doing together, man. And I think that, like, you know what I mean? Like you do. Like, listen. One of the things that I like the most is like I love to see people that do what I don't do. And you know what I'm saying? Like, so we all can work off of each other. Like, you don't want to have the bunch of the clones around you. You know what I'm saying? It's always dope to have people
Right.
around you that do other things. Can I say one thing one of the things that I really was excited and I wanted to get on here with you about? So 'cause I know how you are as a stickler in regards to your time. One of the things that I wanted to do with your followers and your listeners, man, is I wanted to see like, now that we're starting to get some of the music together for 4429 and job, like, you know what I'm saying, like lots of, like, with your lyricist lounge connects like that. I'm looking for new artists to be featured on this new compilation for the
Okay.
449 project. You know what I mean? So like, how could we go about getting and attracting some new artists? Because like, most of the artists that I have for Cloth Talk, they came from Clubhouse. You know what I'm saying? I don't have an outlet right now for new artists. It's
Well,
going to end up being all
listen.
choosy and hop.
Well, I know Wanza. He said he's having connection problems, so he left us early. But Wanza is actually very dope. I was sending you his information. My boy Stefan. He couldn't join us today, but he's another artist who is from Baltimore, but he's grinding hard. He's trying to build a studio. He's also looking for people to collab with. But Yanni Malone, she's supposed to join us tonight, but she's still going through some things right now. But I do have her music. I do have her music video that she just dropped last week.
Okay.
Everybody heard Gremlin by Kodak Black, so she did a freestyle music video of Gremlin, and honestly, it's fucking dope. Like, just to give like a background, me and Yanni Malone, we go way back. When I actually started music back in 2000 and 2010. This is 2010, y'all. I started really getting into the music, and I just started dropping EPs, and I just started dropping mixtapes, and this is when I met Yanni, and I brought her under my wing. We built Critical Lyrization Entertainment, and we just been grinding. Like those first couple of years, we dropped like 4 mixtapes in a couple of years. We dropped a couple of mixtapes. She was on it, and bad connections happen when you meet people, right? You meet somebody, then connection fall off for a couple of years, or for X amount of years. But I always told him, man, just because we lose connection, I'm always going to put your music out there. I'm always going to let people hear you because you got talent, you got potential, and I don't want that shit to die. So,
Mhm.
with that being said, man, she hit me up and I was like, you know what? I want to get you on this podcast because I really think that people should hear your music and I really think you got potential. And I think I can get you connected with some very, very quality people that can actually put you where you need to be. So, without further ado, y'all, I do want to show her music video. This is Gremlin Freestyle. I hope you guys like it. Give us your feedback, Jason. I hope you like it. Logic, I hope you like it. Um, and this is it right here.
Mute my screen, CJ.
Don't keep me on the low. Somebody gotta know. Big slow with the alley. Are you feeling me? Don't keep me on the low. All these feelings that I got, but I want these things to show. Are you feeling me? Don't keep me on the low. All these feelings that I got, but I want these things to show. Baby, I've been feeling you for a while now, and I really am in love with your style. Ain't no switching sides on this side. Big volume in this bitch. He say I'm freaky, so he watch me. I do it for him. He say he love me, I don't love him. He lying to me. If you really love me, nigga, should've been flying to me. But if I do you how you do me, you be crying to me. We could've been superstars. We could've had matching cars. What about them stocks and bonds? Tell me what them bitches on. You know you dead ass wrong. Bitch, you's a fucking dog. I could've did you wrong and had a nigga lay that long. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling icy. I'm sliding on him. I'm looking good, I'm smelling good. I'm gliding on him. I'm elevating, getting money. I'm rising on him. I ain't no niggas ain't got time for him. We could've been superstars. Bitch, you's a fucking dog.
I mean, I thought this shit was dope. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with it. And man, what y'all think? What y'all think?
I think I think she's great. She's good. Shit, she's good. I
Logic.
mean, I mean, listen, me coming from where I come from, let me tell you something. There are there are certain things that I hear that I look at and I go, it doesn't stand a chance in hell, right? Like, but she's great. Honestly, just as is right there, she's great. And also, like with a woman, I'm gonna tell you something about a woman is she seems to be fearless. Like that's number one what you want with women. Women are very difficult. You know what I'm saying? Like, see, like they're very difficult, like about their sexuality stuff and stuff like that. Like, she seems to be very open to like she's gone pretty much that I'd have to beg most women to go. You know
Hey,
what I'm saying, like
look,
the fact that
man.
she's like open like that, and open the same way that she's like visually on camera. If she's open like that on in the studio, I mean, like her starting point is definitely above the average norm that I hear. You know what I mean? When I get like demos and stuff like that, so it can only go up from
Right.
there. You know what I mean? I think that she just needs some quality control situations. You know what I'm saying? And that's all.
Hey, Logic.
I like that. I was sitting here behind the scenes chatting with you, trying to make sure my audio was what it was. But I like what I heard. I would like to watch the video again. Maybe after we speak to her. She's actually on the line now. So you can.
Oh, she's there. Okay, yeah, let's bring her in.
Oh, hi. Yeah. Yanni, what's up?
Hey y'all, it's been a trying night for me, but I am happy to finally be on. Hey everybody.
What up?
What's good? What's good, love? I'm glad that you finally on here.
I know I got mommy duties outside of being a star.
Hey, man. Look. You can do both. You have been doing both very well.
hmm
So what's good? How you feeling? Everything's all right?
Everything is good. I'm just, trying to get my head in the right space so I can work on the next project. Consistency is everything, and I gotta go this year. I gotta get myself out there.
Most definitely. Most definitely. So
I
listen,
need her. I need her on the project.
we got Grammy Award winning producer Jason Salvador here. We got John Logic of the Ranters Union. Right here with us. And Jason just said it. You heard your man. You heard it straight from the word of his mouth. He said he want to definitely put you on a project. So just tell us a little bit about yourself. Where you from? How long you been doing this music thing?
Well, I am from DC. I've been doing music since I was a child. Like my father, he bought me my first key, my first keyboard, and with that, I started doing music. And then I tried to go to Duke Ellington. It didn't work out, and then um, I met up with a good friend of mine, CJ, and he actually start like actually recording in the studio. Like we started out together. We have songs on YouTube. Like CJ has been a really good friend in my corner all around. And just with that, I kind of like saw what I can do in the studio with CJ, and I just kept going. And I found me a producer, and then I started putting out real music. I got my own distribution, started learning the business side, and yeah, I tell you, the business side of music, it gets deep. It's not all about talent, so it's it's a lot.
Oh
But
no, no, it's not at all.
Yeah, listen, and I was just telling him a little bit about the story. And you just piggybacked off it. You know what I'm saying? Like I told him, like you're like a sister to me. You know what I'm saying? So I always look out, and I always tell you like what I tell you every time when we talk, right? No matter
you
what, I'm gonna make sure you get heard. You know what I'm saying? Like,
got
and now we here. And now we here. We got the Grammy Award producer. He was also a good friend of mine. I see him like a brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, we chat as much as we can, and so like bringing a family together, right? We
Mm-hmm.
bringing our web families together. So this is what it's all about.
and congratulations to you and your podcast, DJ.
Oh, thank you,
Hell
thank you, thank
yeah.
you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. I
And
appreciate it.
things making the things happen. I heard what you said. You don't want to just be like, "Hey, I got a podcast," and that's it. Like you're making it happen. You're talking to the
Yeah,
right people. You put yourself into position, and I feel like we all can relate to that. Putting ourselves in position.
right. My grandfather who recently passed away, he always told me, you know what I'm saying? It's like you can start things without a vision, but it's up to you to create the vision when you start.
Mm.
And this is what the BK podcast is all about. This started without a vision, right? This started as just me flowing with the shit. And as I started to flow, the paint was starting to blend on the canvas. and it created not only just a podcast, it's a safe haven for people who has a voice, and also people who want to be heard. You know what I'm saying? You see, a lot of these podcasts nowadays is more of the politically correct. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Not to shoot down these other podcasts. These other podcasts has actually been like major inspirations to me. You know what I'm saying? It's been major inspirations for myself, and it's the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing now. But I've been big in the media game. Like like I've been saying. I started out as an artist. You know what I'm saying? Singing and rapping. Then I started to get in producing. Now I'm starting to get into management. You know what I'm saying? So I got some big things coming in the summer. I got a project with me and Logic coming up, and by hopefully by the summer come, we want to have a structure, possibly having our first virtual showcase, and it's not just going to be DC based. It's going to be a virtual showcase from Cali. So Jason, we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be in some major cities where we can have a actual set location for each city where we can just have these showcases. They can be virtual. It's gonna be fucking amazing. I think that this will be the first of many. So we're just gonna try to sit down with some like-minded individuals and try to get this thing popping.
I have a question.
Definitely, definitely.
Does she write her own music?
I
Yes.
do write my own music, but this year, honestly, I've been feeling like, music has changed a lot, and I could use help with my pen. Like I've been, seeking somebody to ghostwrite for me. I haven't tried it. I've always written everything I put out, and that's a plus too. But I know to make great music, like you have to collab sometimes. Like Summer Walker does it. A lot of people do it. She's a great writer, but she teamed up with some other great writers, and they made magic.
I mean, if you're interested, I would love to just try to get up with you and do like a couple of records, and I honestly, I can assess whether or not you may need a writer or not. But I think I could probably teach you some tricks and just teach you how to attack a record.
Yeah, I'm open to receiving help and learning. I'm definitely open to that. That sounds like a plan to me.
Okay. Yanni, so please. I just want to ask you, what do you have coming up? What is on your next go to schedule as far as music goes?
Well, my following is not where it needs to be, so my goal is to at least get 10K, drop a project. Right now, since I don't have a producer and sound that beat pack that I need, I'm working on dropping freestyles, doing covers, putting my face out there. Like I'm tired of making excuses. Like TikTok is a huge platform, so right now I'm promoting my old music on TikTok and working on the freestyle and popping out, just upgrading my image. So I'm reinventing myself right now, all around.
We can help you. We can help you with
Well,
that.
listen, I'm going to connect you with Jason here. Okay, when I tell you that you're in good hands, you are in good hands. Okay.
I believe it and I trust you, CJ. You sound like you know
So,
If you a workhorse, that's all it is. I mean, shoot, like what try to tell people is like it. My thing is like I don't even do contracts or anything like that with people. I don't get in those kind of situations with people. I just like because I've learned that artists, it's not about somebody like sometimes people think like when they sign to me or something like that, all of a sudden they think it's like now they're just on a roller coaster and they just gonna take the ride. It's like it's on the artist. So I mean, all I can do is just educate you, tell you exactly what to do, and you have to do it. You know what I mean? It's just up
right,
to you to do it. Like you have to be the boss. You're the boss of your own situation.
right,
You know what I mean? So like that's really just what it's about. It's just about like telling people, okay, like here's the blueprint. Now can you execute that?
right.
And
I
that's
I don't have at all. Like everything I've been doing is like solely on myself. I have a home studio. That video to my Gremlin freestyle that you guys watched. I shot that off my iPhone 13, and
That's
we
good.
pieced that up
Yeah,
to like
I love that.
What?
I love that. Yeah,
What?
that's
Get
what
the
else
shit
to
out
do.
of here.
no, it's crazy,
You
right?
know what I'm saying? That video, that was iPhone 12.
There's no excuses.
Yo,
All the videos that you
that's
see,
fucking
listen, you
crazy.
put on that King Fest video, all the videos are shot on iPhone.
Wow, wow. So people
I
been
did it
doing
on
this for a
purpose,
while.
though. I did it on purpose. I actually have a content company, so I have cameras for days, but we did that on purpose to show people. I mean, my point was at first was to show people that you can actually produce and record and distribute everything off of your iPhone. But I actually totally broke that rule. But so all I did was just stick doing the videos, you know what I'm saying, and like whatnot.
Mhm.
I mean, so, but yeah,
Let me ask you both a question. With using your with filming with your iPhone, do you use apps like Filmic Pro?
okay, hold on.
Mhm.
I'll hit you with the whole situation right here, brother. So
What's your
yeah, yes,
workflow?
I use Filmic Pro. I
Okay.
use Filmic Pro, and then I also I got with this company. There's another shameless plug for some motherfuckers that need to give me some shit for free.
Yeah.
But anyways, like, so I don't know if you see like this like my iPhone case, right? So
Right.
everything works within itself. So hold on, let me grab my back.
Oh, that's the joint that you could put the lens on, right?
You clip the lens on it. Yup. So
Yanni, did you use a lens?
No, I started directly off the iPhone, and then we did the editing on Final Cut Pro and my computer.
Okay.
so when I bought this, right, it comes. I'm not gonna clip everything on here, but like I'll just show everybody one. You know what I'm saying? What it does is like, okay, so with this company, it is called. I don't know what the name of the damn company is. I can find it though for you guys. So there's a couple of things you need to do. I've done all the research, and this is just kind of like was like a little challenge for me at first.
Filmic Filmic Pro. I would
Well,
definitely say get
Filmic
Filmic
Pro, you
Pro though.
have to have Filmic Pro.
Yeah, like you did great with what you got. You definitely use what you
This,
have.
yeah, this is
But,
amazing. I'm actually more impressed when she just said that this is a shot on the iPhone. Like I'm
right,
like, this looked like a actual like legit production.
it is a legit production. You
I
know, what I'm
mean,
saying?
well, yeah,
It's
I,
just
I apologize. Yeah,
yeah,
It
the
is a
people.
legit
this is
because
this is
these
a
cameras, the
legit
iPhone
production.
cameras are better than the Reds. Like honestly, like I've had spent 15 grand on the Sony Reds and all that stuff like that, and
You know,
the stuff that
like,
I'm getting off of my iPhone is way better.
But
Okay.
your Yanni definitely Filmic is
Filmic
FILM.
Pro is actually like listen. There's a couple of things you need.
Yep. Filmic. Yep.
okay.
And you download that on your phone. It just gives you a little extra
And get
options
the
and
pro,
make
and pay the $50 and get the full blown version of it. You know what I'm saying? Like that. You have to have that. So boom. So look. So I got this part right here on here. Now this is what just came with the new with the 12 and the 13. They have another attachment. It's a Bluetooth attachment. This shit is crazy.
I'm looking at it now.
Yeah,
And I
that
can
is that is.
there's three things that everybody should have to get, in my opinion.
I got an
I
iPhone
think I
8.
think I figured the whole game out with this.
I still got an
It
iPhone 8 Plus, man.
says 9.
All right,
it
so
don't
like
matter.
whenever I'm ready to go to work, then you get this thing here, and you attach this joint onto your camera, onto your phone. Everything's like falling off right now.
Yanni, you was raised in DC?
Yeah, born and raised. I'm tired of DC. I feel like we all crabs in a barrel. Ain't nobody helping nobody out here.
Oh man. I mean, there's
All
two
right,
worlds
boom.
everywhere, so we just
You
need to
got,
tap
you
it
got
right.
like a little holder. See this?
Let me make
So
it
it's
bigger.
got like this little holder joint. You know what I'm saying? Boom. So that's really what it is right there. Boom. You don't take this with that. Then what you got to do is you got to get this, and this works with Filmic Pro. It works hand in hand with Filmic Pro. Get this joint.
Yeah, that's good now.
What part of DC?
Northeast. I live around.
CJ?
Y'all know Shelly the MC?
Nah, I'm not from DC, but I spend a lot of time out there, in and out. But
Well, I don't know if anybody has heard of her, but she's
wait, hold
from
on.
DC.
Say her name again.
Shelly the MC.
Oh, I think we might have played her videos on one of these shows. I think I know you're talking about actually.
Yeah,
It's not
she's from Mayfair. I live around here now. So just saying how she, kept pushing her music and believed in herself and made it
uh,
up out of here. That's my motivation. Like every time I think about it, I'm like, if Shelly could get up out of here and build her fan base,
mm-hmm.
so can I. It's possible. Just gotta do the work.
Anything.
Right.
It's
Mm-hmm.
easier now than it's ever been.
It's been challenging for me over the years. I've had kids and all of that, but like this year, we're not making no excuses. None of that. Like I'm putting myself in the driver's seat. Like if money was ever an issue, boom, now I got a home studio. Now what?
Right.
It's gonna
Right.
get done. I just need to get with the right
What do you
people.
record off of?
I have Pro Tools and I actually have Logic. Right now, I'm recording off Logic, so I have a Master Pro Tools.
Yeah, Logic
Pro
is
Tools.
Logic is what's popping. That's what I use.
Yeah, Logic is nice. I happen to like Logic so far using it. It's not complicated.
No, it's not. It's very user friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's
Definitely.
what's up. You got a nice workflow. So, have you been missing out on doing shows since COVID? And do you plan on doing shows now that everybody thinks COVID is over?
I have been missing out on shows, and it hasn't been because of COVID. It is always due to childcare.
Right.
But like I said, this year we're not making no excuses. And I am public, so I can plug in the stuff and get paid for these events. I just need to find good events because, like, I'm tired of dealing with the half-ass promoters in DC and you be last to perform, people leaving out the club. No, I'm not doing that no
Well, you
more.
know what you're describing is everywhere, and that's like that showcase circuit, right? So a lot of
Yeah.
people like they try to abuse, or they abuse what you don't know, or what business savvy sometimes you may lack, and they'll go ahead and rent the venue that you could have rented yourself. You know what I'm saying? And then pay the DJ that you could have paid yourself, and say, "Yo, you want to perform? you know, sell these 10 tickets." You feel me? But the problem with that, as I'm sure you know, is if I come to see Shelly and CJ come to see, you, Yanni, once Shelly perform, I'm out and I'm not gonna stay to see Yanni, right?
What's
So
that called? What that's called is that's called pay to play situations because you're selling tickets basically to be a part of something. Like, look, this would be my suggestion to anybody that's watching or that can see this. Like, this is coming from someone who, like, I know the touring world inside and out. I'm one of the best at it. Do not force yourself on stage with anybody. Exactly what you just said was right, brother.
mm-hmm.
People are just going to see their people and then they're going to be gone. So what's the point? What's the point of doing those shows? Don't worry about shows. Don't worry about shows until you get yourself popping enough to the point where you have a fan base. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll know when the time is right. You know what I'm saying? Now there are ways that are a lot smarter than doing those little local shows. Now there's this thing that's called NACA, NACA, right? And basically what NACA is NACA puts together 4 auditions a year. There's one in the Northeast, there's one in the Midwest, I think there's one in like the Southeast, and then there's one on the West Coast. You go there, right? And what you do you need to, I think you have to sign up, get on it. I'm telling you, this NACA. It's like the National something college entertainment something. These are the people that are responsible for booking college the performers at college gigs. You know what I mean? Because like every college has got an extensive, I mean, like multi-million-dollar budget per semester that they have to dump in order to get re-upped. You know what I'm saying? So they colleges overpay people to perform a few times a year, a few times a semester, all day long. So what they do at NACA basically is they bring in all the biggest college bookers, right? And you audition and perform for them. Now what they do is they'll rank you headliner, mid-level or an opener. Listen, if you just become rated as an opener, you're guaranteed to get somewhere between $5,000 and $9,000 per show. You know what I'm saying? Like, so basically, once you get put onto that, like, you're going to be getting onto these shows that people are going to be actually like paying tickets, or they're going to be considered free shows, but they're going to be full blown events with a whole shitload of people there, and that is how that's how I've been able to get artists popping. I've never done those things that you guys are talking about with any of my artists. Like, never stepped into those kind of places with Lupe and stuff like that. I would just take him to those kind of things. I did that thing with Luke Christopher. I did that thing with Keisha Cole. Did it with Neo. Did it with Justin. All that kind of stuff like that. We don't put them in those kind of positions. That's just like the everyday. That's what most people do. Like, you got to just start thinking outside the box. Like right now is a special time, right? Because of COVID and because of the way that these artists are behaving, those like tiny desk performances, that's the shit that's popping. Like you see how you got your lighting and stuff like that at your crib and stuff like that together. Like, yo, like if you could put your situation together with like a DJ or something like that, you could do your own performance right there at the crib. You know what I'm saying? And you got promoters and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We can make an event out of that shit. You know what I'm saying? We can build it up over a span of, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what we do, CJ. Maybe like leading up to the 4429 situation, we can start promoting everything and we can have everybody ready to go, and like it kind of schedule everybody like where you got everybody scheduled on this, everybody ready to go, like, you know what I'm saying, set up at their crib ready to perform their record. You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. That's how you start. Those are the way shows are going to go down these days, in my opinion.
So
it's all about the game now.
Most definitely, man. Listen, like I said, this is what it's all about. This is what it's all about, man. This is what it's all about. Right.
Don't go to them. Make them come to you.
Exactly. This is what it's all about on the BKE podcast. You know what I'm saying? We like to connect people. You know what I'm saying? We're not just gonna bring you on the podcast and just let that go into the wind. You know what I'm saying?
I've been a part of the Cardi situation from the beginning, right? Now, I'm gonna tell you something like that. I give some advice about the Cardi thing. Cardi is still the same person that she was 10 years ago when I met her. She takes direction. She plays along. She plays the game. And even though it doesn't matter how successful, how rich she gets, like, she's always on time for everything. She's always a pleasure. She's always a sweetheart. She's always real. She never changes. All these artists, they normally change. They always like end up getting soured by the situation. She is winning because she still is her. She's the genuine artist. She is who she is. And she doesn't even really know how to rap. She sits there and she takes direction from everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, but always being a pleasure to deal with is the key. Male or female. Once you start to not become a pleasure to deal with, don't nobody want nothing to do with your ass.
That's some real shit. That's some real shit.
Real shit. Like, real, like.
And I've been doing this for so long, man. I still am me. I'm me. You know what I'm saying? I never lost sight of any of that.
Yeah, some real shit, man.
Look, y'all in my bedroom right now.
Hey, look. Me too.
I'm in my bedroom right now. Shit.
And salute you. Those are great words, man. Those are great words.
Yeah, man.
I
Man,
want
Ray,
to
you
hear a
been
little bit more about Yanni before she get up out of here, though, man. Yours?
Eh,
I want to hear a little bit more about Yanni before she get up out of here. I'll
yeah,
be
go
right back.
ahead. Ask away. Ask away.
Well, give me 1 second. Go ahead.
All right,
What
yeah,
Yanni.
go
question?
ahead.
No, I say y'all go ahead. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Oh yeah,
You know.
yeah, most definitely. So Yanni, so I know, what I'm saying, but I want you to, let them know, like, what it is about music that just drives you, that drives you to grind so hard. Like, just what is it about music?
Music honestly is in my DNA. My father, um, he's somewhat of an artist, but he knows how to sing. So honestly, it's in my DNA. My DNA is in my DNA, and it's a passion. Like I love music. If I could do anything in this world without getting paid, it would be music. Honestly,
Really?
like it's this way that I get to put my pain in this creative way, and then everybody just loves the shit.
you said
Most
what?
definitely,
Everybody just
most
love
definitely.
what?
Huh?
What did she say? Everybody just love what?
Repeat yourself.
Everybody just gonna love this shit. Like I'm hurting behind the song that everybody loves.
Yes.
Speaking of that, like, what's your subject matter?
I really write off of my emotion, and I want to stop doing that. Like it's good, but it
No,
could be
no,
a
you should for right now. You should for right now. You should stick to that.
and that's my approach. That's what I'm doing.
Now you should, because you know what's gonna happen is, like, when you become famous, you're gonna lose sight of that part of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, like, if you think about it, like, when you look at everybody's first album is when they're still a normal person. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you could tell exactly what was going on in that person's life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see how emotional, like, Eminem was on his first album. Like, you knew everything about him and his
Yeah.
mom and his daughter. You know what I'm saying? You know everything about 50 and all like that from all of his mixtape situations, Kanye, all of the stuff that happened. You're never gonna get another college dropout. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll never get another food and liquor like how Lupe did. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even think, like even if I go down to, like, even the things that I've been a part of, from Neo to Keisha, you know what I'm saying? Like, their first albums are always the best things, because that was them, like, still untainted, and you know what I mean? Like, after that, it just becomes a routine type of situation, going into the studio and recording stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you start to lose
Hmm.
that emotional part of it. And I think that's what happens with artists. I think that's where the challenge is. That's why, like, the first albums, that if they're really dope, that's because that's when the artist was emotional, all that kind of shit like that. And it wasn't about business. You know what I'm saying? It was just raw shit. Then that's why they always say that the sophomore album is always like the big struggle, because if you can knock that out twice while they're doing well, that's crazy. But then third, fourth, like, how often do you hear the third, fourth, fifth album is considered classic?
So I want to piggyback off of that. So for
Right.
one, I like to say most artists either get better or they get worse from their first album. If you ever notice, usually they get way better with time or they get worse. But I want to agree with him as well on a level and say the best music is usually heartfelt. It's usually somebody, telling a real story. Even with singers who didn't maybe write their songs all the time, they're gonna sing that shit with the passion and kind of be a voice actor for those words, right? So
Hmm.
I think if you are passionate about something and you make your music about it, I don't think you could fail on that level. And at very least, you express yourself, like you said. You took your pain and you used it, and you express yourself. So
But
and you can do a little of both.
the
And
point
you
is,
can do a little of both.
if we do our
You might
job,
could try.
if we do our job with her right and we make her rich, she ain't gonna have no pain. And on top of that, like, you know what I'm saying? So she
I'm
had no
ahead
pain. And then the other
of
thing about it is that, like, see, she's been recording her projects as they go through her pain, but, like, the other projects from here on out are going to be put on a calendar. Like, yo, you got to go and
Right.
do this day, that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not going to just come naturally. Like, you know what I mean? With her shit. Like, whatever you're going to hear on this first album is going to be a lifetime worth of struggle.
Most
You know what
definitely.
I'm saying?
Most
Shit.
definitely. Man, most definitely. I
How
definitely
the
agree
hell
with
are you
that.
supposed to be? How the hell are you supposed to be in pain when you balling? That's a whole other subject when
money.
you see because that's people causing problems for themselves. Listen, let me tell you something. I come from the ghetto. I come from nothing. When I got money, I got no problems, bro. Anything can be dealt with.
A lot of our problems do come from being broke. I ain't gonna lie.
And as long as the bills is paid, I can figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
You
Shit.
You seem like a positive dude, though. You seem like a positive guy, so it seemed like that ain't hard for you, right?
For me, yeah, because listen, life is not that difficult. Don't make life difficult. I say this all the time. People are self-sabotagers. Life is not that difficult, bro. You know what I'm saying? Listen,
People definitely
if you got a house over your, if you got a roof over your head, you got food in the refrigerator, then we're gonna make it to the next day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We can figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And everything is about one step at a time. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, like I said, I was really close with Kanye, right? Kanye did not like he doesn't like being bothered in public. I remember one time we was in Vegas and we went down to the food court to get some food out of this little thing the spot we always like. And I'm thinking we grabbing our food, go back up to the room. No, let's eat right here in the food court. I'm like, my nigga, we're not gonna make it past 30 seconds sitting down here. Like someone's gonna come over here and say something. Nah, no one's gonna bother us. These are regular people. 15 seconds into it, some little stupid Asian person came over. Hey, can I take a picture? And he's like, get the fuck out of my face! He's just like, he's just dove all over the motherfucker.
Straight out from 0 to 100.
Yeah, and I'm looking at him like, all right, now we gotta go to the room. Exactly what we was.
I mean, honestly, you can't really be mad at him because it's like, I get that people are celebrities out here, right? But just because they're a celebrity, don't mean that it's okay to like walk up to them in the midst of them eating with their family and be like,
yes, it is.
Yo,
yes, it is okay. Yes, it is okay. I completely disagree with you, and you know I don't like disagreeing with you in public, ever going against you, my nigga. But yes, it is okay because guess what? The moment that you decided that you wanted to be a celebrity, every time that you are in public, I feel like that is your job. That's a part of your job. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, that is what you want. You want people to admire and praise you, you know what I'm saying? Like, and look up to you, or you're not doing your job. And so, like, these are your customers. You want these motherfuckers to buy your records. You want them to buy your fucking concert tickets, right? You want them to buy your hoodie. You want them to buy your hat. You want them to buy your shoes. These are your customers.
I get both sides.
You have to mingle with your customers. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I get both sides of that argument, but what I would say to that is there not a time and a place? Like Dave Chappelle talked about that time when he was.
No, you reneged that. You lost that privilege when you became a celebrity.
And I can respect that.
Even when you're with your family, even when you're with your family.
Listen, let me tell you something. Me being a manager, and I kind of moonlight as a security guard as well with all the people that I'm with. Like, and I listen. Those things that you see with Justin Bieber and Kanye and all of these guys popping up into these things with paparazzi, let me tell you something. Those are all set up.
I'm not talking about that.
And the artist doesn't even know. Those are set up.
I ain't talking about that. I get that. I'm talking about like when you're with your family, you with your kids.
Avoid that with the right people. And there's a way to do that kind of stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you can see them. Listen, we can see them coming from a mile away. No one just creeps up on us. Like, we can see them at the corner. I was like, oh, because they always do a double take. You can see it from a mile away. So sometimes, depending on the place that you're at, like say for instance, we're like in like a little like grocery store or something like that. Like,
right.
And I see someone come, like,
yeah,
I'll 10 feet out, and I'll be like, yo, make it quick. You know what I'm saying? But if you're in a place where, like, if you do one picture or you stop to do one autograph, you're going to end up doing 200. You have to say no. It's all about how you deal with the situation, and you know what I'm saying. And the artist should never have to be in the position to do that. Like, that's where someone like myself or these security guards come in. You know what I'm saying? You can stop that shit 15 feet out easily. They never have to. You know what I'm saying? Even put the artist in a position like, hey, really, asshole? Like, no, they should never even get close to the artist. Like, the artist should never even have known that you were there. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm sorry, like, that's how I feel like I've talked to Kanye about that a million times.
Right.
You reneged that. You reneged that, bro. Like, that's it. And there's still a way to move about. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
and that's where it comes down to like having the right people around you, not some
Right.
leech or some scumbag. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause let me tell you something. Like, notice something when you ever see these guys coming out into like, listen, do you not think that when we're leaving a hotel in the morning, I don't go outside and I do a circle around the whole building to see where the hell the paparazzi is? You think that I'm gonna take one of my clients straight out the front door?
No, yeah,
Never.
you're absolutely right.
There's always a
Absolutely
back door.
right. It's
There's
always a
always
fucking
something.
side door.
Listen, there's always something. Kanye used to like. That's one thing Kanye used to love about traveling with me all the time. Because I always would have my own car wherever we went, and he would always like, no, he would just go out the back door with me, and we send the entourage out front. And they'd all be like, oh my god. I was there the day when Chris Brown and Rihanna. Well, the day that Rihanna beat the shit out of Chris Brown, by the way. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I'm the one that actually got Chris Brown out of town. You know what I'm saying? I jumped in his car and took the paparazzi on a run and put him in my car, and he went straight to the Burbank airport and got out of there on a private jet. And I took the paparazzi on a 45-minute run. And by the time I knew Chris Brown had hit the airport, then I got out of the 7-Eleven. I was like, they were like, shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's you know, listen, if it needs to get done, it can get done. So like people getting caught up with paparazzi and all like that, man, that's their managers or their agents or somebody setting them up. And it's unfortunate.
I always
You know what I'm
wondered
saying?
that. And I always wondered that, man. To be honest with
They
you,
don't
man.
know.
I
They're
always
getting
wondered
set up and someone's getting a check. Just big money behind that stuff, man. TMZ would pay $40,000, $50,000, $80,000 for a clip. And can you imagine somebody the leak that was in Kanye's crew? Because Kanye will just let you have it. You know, like the ass he was making out of himself every time. Like, yo, man, those clips could have been worth. God, I can't imagine.
Are you ready to forfeit that?
What was that?
Are you ready to forfeit being a private citizen to be a public citizen, public servant?
I'm ready to make that sacrifice.
Okay.
It's not a big sacrifice. Believe it or not, it's not a big sacrifice.
Yeah, that was my sarcasm, but yeah, I'm definitely ready for that. It's to be expected.
You won't be able to live in the neighborhood that you live in anymore. But I mean, you would just have to be. You would have to move. You would have to move into a neighborhood like shit. Well, I live in a white neighborhood. Like, dude, you can just move around the way you want, and like you move around other rich people. Rich people don't give a shit about none of that.
That's the goal to move. I don't want to stay here forever. There's a whole world out there, a different caliber of people.
That would be my argument with Nipsey all the time.
So, Yanni, I do want to ask you this: what other projects have you had in the last, year or so that you actually, I know. Say that again.
No, you. I was trying to ask you what you asked me. Say it again for me.
No, I said, well, what other projects did you have, throughout the last year?
Okay, well, honestly, I got pregnant and I took a break from music, so I don't have much. I just feel like I'm starting over. Honestly, I did a freestyle a year ago, and that was pretty much it. Other than the music videos that I was doing at the time. So,
how old is that video that we just saw?
That is recent. I dropped that on February 14th.
Okay.
Yeah, Valentine's Day. Actually, we got another video of Yanni Malone here. It's one of my other favorite tracks of hers. What You Need. Like, you got it up yet?
Yeah, it's ready.
All right, there you go.
Tell me what you want. I got what you want. Tell me what you want. I got what you want. Tell me what you want. I got what you want. Tell me what you want. Stop.
Cause I'm right here. I know you hurting, but baby, have no fears. Cause I'm worth it, and I wanna show you now. Cause the last girl you dated was super wild. I'll be worth your while. I won't waste your time. And if I'm on your mind, baby, I don't mind. So call my line, you can blow me up. I love your conversation, I can never get enough. And all the other guys don't compare to you. Nobody got me watching like the way you do. Don't make me an option, cause I'm into you. Now tell me what you want, I got some meat for you. I can't even lie, you've been on my mind. I swear I'll kill my line, just have your time. So hit your phone, hopefully you're available. It could just be me and you, ain't nobody gotta know. Cause I tell me what you want, I got what you want, tell me what you want. I got what you want, tell me what you want. I got what you want, tell me what you want. We can blaze it, blaze it, blaze it, yeah. We can blaze it, blaze it, blaze it, yeah. We can blaze it, blaze it, blaze it, yeah. We can blaze it, blaze it, blaze it. Yeah. Why would she ever do you like she did? And why would she take your love for granted? You're amazing, but you don't realize, cause you're so blinded. She got you teary-eyed, so be mine, all mine. Cause I got what you need. Let's go get them keys and buy our own house and some magic cars. Cause I got a dream that I'ma be a star. You gon' be a part of everything. I can't wait to show you that I'm worth the ring. Cause I got what you need. So tell me what's the tea, babe. Yeah, 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 yeah. I can't even lie, you've been on my mind. I swear I'll kill my line just to have your time. So hit your phone, hopefully you're available. It could just be me and you, ain't nobody gotta know. Cause I tell me what you want, I got what you want, tell me what you want. I got what you want, tell me what you want. I got what you want, tell me what you want. We can blaze it, blaze it, blaze it, yeah. We can blaze it, blaze it, blaze it, yeah. We can blaze it, blaze it, blaze it, yeah. We can blaze it, blaze it, blaze it, yeah.
I got what you need. I got what you need. I got what you need.
You're
I got what you need. I got what you need.
yo,
That is one of
yo,
my favorites.
yo. Like what I
That's your
say is
favorite
like
song or your favorite video?
What was that?
That's your favorite song or your favorite video?
It's one of my favorite songs. The video was nice, but when you're not in control of your own project, people tend to
Why,
make
why, aren't,
things
why aren't you in control
the
of
way
your own?
they. What was that?
Why aren't you in control of your own project?
No, what I mean by that is that when someone else is doing the editing and I'm not, it's not going to come out the way that you see it or I saw it at the time.
so. Let
That's
me
a
ask you,
false. That's a false narrative. So like whatever you end up doing, like with me, you will be in full control.
Well,
Like,
that's good. I've learned that. That's why I put myself in the position to do stuff myself. Because working with other people, they don't listen, and it's not what I want.
And I'll tell you something right now. Like so honestly, I congratulate you. Like the first video that I saw,
Hmm.
I have a rule with artists that are not working on any kind of budget. Is if you're not working on any kind of budget and you're working with you know inexperienced to semi inexperienced director and editor, never shoot indoors. My golden rule. You know what I'm saying? Like that is like my golden rule. So like the first video that you did that we saw, um, it seemed to have like these colored lights, and you primarily were in the bed. You know what I'm saying? So like you see like right here where we're looking right like these shots, you're throwing shadows all in every single scene that you're throwing shadows, and like the room is poorly lit. You know what I'm saying? Like because they were trying to put some kind of white light on you. You know what I mean? Like the first video worked out really well because it was just that those colored lights, and you weren't really the way they were shooting you, the angles they were shooting you weren't throwing shadows. You know what I'm saying? Like this one, they're not paying any attention to their angles. Like right there, boom, shadow against the wall, on the ceiling, boom against there. Like it it can work against you even to the point of like you know what I mean, like how it is that you apply your makeup and stuff like that. And so my suggestion is with women in particular, and this is not like as if it's my rule or anything like that, but I mean like it's a lot more difficult with you guys than it is with men. You know what I mean? Like my whole first like 7 or 8 years in the game was dealing with I had all female artists. You know what I mean? And so it was crazy. Like Lupe was my very first male artist, and I after dealing with him, I just was like, yo, this is all I want to do from here on out. It's like easy. Like, you don't have to even worry about guys. You know what I'm saying? Like when you do like a radio show with a female artist, like you know what I'm saying, like you don't have to be at the radio station by like 5:36 in the morning. Like we can get up at 4:45, 5 o'clock, and be there and just roll right in. Like with a woman, like got everybody has to be up at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? You got to get them glammed up because everything is about their image. That's the most important thing in the world with a woman, with a female artist. Is you have to always, you can never compromise their image. You know what I'm saying? So everything from stylistic shooting and photography and everything, like anything that has anything to do with their image has got to be A1. And you can never compromise that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Because women aspire to be like that, you know what I mean? Like that, you know what I mean? That's why y'all be looking in magazines and stuff like that, and they look at these glam things because they're aspiring to be something. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like even when, like for instance, like when I did like a lot of like Keisha's first stuff, right? Like I went and got a full glam squad together, but I did go into the hood and I actually like got into somebody's house that had like plastic on their sofas and shit like that, and I did some of her early shoots on that. But she was completely dolled out, and she was like the biggest tomboy in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like if you ever see like this tattoo that she has on her arm, like this big like cross like that, I paid for that tattoo because it said 100% Suge Knight on her arm. But she was a little death row hooker before
mm,
I got my hands on her. You know what I'm saying? So like everything is about image.
I do want to ask this. So, like I said, I really this is one of my favorite tracks by you. What was your story? Behind behind the track.
behind what you need,
Yeah.
love. Just wanting that person. It was love at the time, honestly.
You can see it. You can hear it. You can hear
Mm.
it. You can actually see it. I know you said that. Your vision wasn't really exploited inside of the music video, but just from the video and seeing the bits and pieces and how you and just the song itself, it shows that it was a gravitational pull, one of my favorite tracks by you. I really fuck with the track. And listen, I used to always say, what I'm saying, I'm looking for that, and I found it, and I am. It's blissful. like what I'm saying,
Oh,
like what I'm saying, it's great, man. It's great. So hearing this track.
You're glowing. Yeah, you're actually glowing, by the way, bro. I want to know that you're glowing. You look like a totally different dude now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you look like you got a woman's touch going on in your life right now, bro. Like, honestly.
And it's been, man. It's like, honestly, man. She's just been a blessing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's been a blessing. Like, she has been the uh the push. She's been the drive. Like, she's been the support. It's like, everything, that people like envision, people want. Like, and it's like more than that for me, right? It's, every time I tell her, like, I want you to be the best you. You know what I'm saying? And when I focus on trying to make sure she is the best her, she turns around and makes sure that she does everything in her power to make sure that I, am the best me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, uh it's like a thoughtless reciprocated action. You know what I'm saying? Where you're
oh,
not doing it because you're thinking about it. You do it because you just do it. And that's just how just we've been rolling. You know what I'm saying? That's how we've been rolling. It's been strong. And like I said, man, it's just been a blessing, man. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely want to thank her. She's actually tuning in. She's actually looking at this right now. So,
All right.
I definitely want to, I want to thank you, babe. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, if it
you
wasn't
know,
for
like,
a woman, I wouldn't be in this industry, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Like, my
yeah,
very
most
first
definitely.
girlfriend was the one that actually leveraged me to be into the industry. So
Yeah,
I'm,
most
I'm the
definitely. You
biggest
said
fan.
leverage.
I'm the biggest fan of women in the world. Like, honestly, like,
Hey,
honestly.
look, let me tell you, man, they are definitely queens. You know what I'm saying? They are definitely queens. And I can't stress this enough,
Secret,
man.
they
Like,
don't know that
women,
they're the most powerful thing in the world. Like, we're actually not the most powerful.
they are the most powerful thing in the world, man. And it's definitely, it's where's that? It's where's that?
While we got her, can you show her the Can you, by any chance, is there any way you can pull up the King Fats video that the second video that we put out off the Cloud Talk thing?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Give me 1 second.
Sure. Let's play that, and let's play. I'll go straight into that, but I kind of want her to lead us into this joint. Speaking of all this love y'all talking about, she has some. She has something called "Lonely."
oh, that's one of my favorites. Oh, before y'all start that, the reference of that song was by Bobby Womack. If you think you're lonely now, and I did my own thing to that. Like I love remaking songs. Like I used a couple of songs in that one song, like 702, Get It Together. Like you'll hear it. You can have a piece
I
of
love that
my.
record. I love that record.
I don't know that song, but yeah, all of those songs and the Leah Let Me Know. I mean, the At Your Best You Will Love. All of those songs are combined into this one song, Lonely.
And what's the one you want me to pull up after that? Is on Red Vision Music? What's that? You said King Fats.
Look
That
up
one.
Red Vision Music featuring King Fats.
Copy that. I got you. So
It's only be two videos. We only got two videos out.
tell us. All right, just announce it one more, and I'm gonna just put it on. Yeah, Yanni. This is lonely.
This is Lonely by Yanni Malone.
All right.
Big slow with the if you think you're lonely now, but wait until tonight, boy. It don't get better. Tired of waiting, I'm leaving you now. Yeah, so wait up on me tonight, boy. It's gonna get better. I used to cry every night. Like, look who you are now. When you needed me, I was there for you. Boy, you can't even question that. But that was so long ago. I just thought I'd let you know. And I thought you had a happy home. Don't look for me, there's no more. You was with her. I was waiting for you. And you know it's true. That I still love you. You don't have a piece of my heart. Yeah, you tore us apart. And you know exactly what you did to me. Just you and I, yeah. Let's escape, oh, for the sunrise, yeah. We don't need that much, just love. We can spend the whole night in each other's arms if you want to. We don't need that much, just love. We don't need a love, but you don't know if you want to. So let's escape. Just you and I, yeah. You and I. Let's escape. Oh. Who I am. Back in high school, I used to bust it to the dance. Now I hit the FBO with duffels in my hands. I did half a Zan, 13 hours to the land. Had me out like a light, 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 yeah, out like a light, 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 like a light. If you think you're lonely now, but wait until tonight, boy. Wait tonight. It don't get better. Wait tonight. Tired of waiting, I'm leaving you now. Oh yeah. So don't wait up on me tonight, boy. No, don't wanna stay. I don't wanna go. You gotta let me know if it's real. Yeah, 'cause you played your game, but now I'm gone. Oh, 'cause you showed me that you wasn't real. Yeah, yeah. Let me know, let me know, let me know. You gotta let me know, let me know.
Dope.
Yeah, it's one of those. Yeah.
Red Vision Music, y'all.
Yeah. Look, took a drive just to clear my mind up. Focused on the future, not what's behind us. He like fast, you want the city, kinda. But these rappers really fool, gotta constantly remind you. Before rap, he wasn't bagging no nickels and dimes up. A rich nigga, but every time you see him, he frowned up. Get a deal, now he act like he pulling them pounds up. But he not cut, so around the way he be getting them pounds took. Now he wanna claim some. Put the burner to his hand and told him flame some. Yeah.
Oh, hell, DJ, run it back.
Yeah. Yeah. Excellent. Look, took a drive just to clear my mind up. Focused on the future, not what's behind us. He like fast, you want the city, kinda. But these rappers really fool, gotta constantly remind you. Before rap, he wasn't bagging no nickels and dimes up. A rich nigga, but every time you see him, he frowned up. Get a deal, now he act like he pulling them pounds up. But he not cut, so around the way he be getting them pounds took. Now he wanna claim some. Put the burner to his hand and told him flame some. 30 in that bitch with the switch. Slight kick, but don't stop aiming until them flames jumping. Hard times throughout the grind, I just remain humble. Everybody stumble, you just can't fumble. Real rap, no mumble. Really, what you gonna do? Crying with me. Yeah. Like, fuck that fool shit, nigga. Crying with me. Yeah. Jordan 1, psychology T on, champagne bottles, chess games, the type of shit we be on. You know if he on, that means he on, which means he on. Built the bond to lean on. Fam first, yeah, we strong. He wasn't loyal, he gone. Pop the clutch, he gone. Step out, touch me. Fuck 50 years old when I was in the field. Y'all be going off the blogs when this shit really real. 1 weekend alone, it was like 10 kills. And 5 of those was kids. That shit gave me the chills. Like, how could y'all chill? When your homie slipped up, then tweaked on that drill. I ain't saying squill, I ain't saying tip. Go groom, cause if you don't, for sure he gon' fail. Dead in that cell, that's when shit get real. Yeah. Just grind with me though. Just grind with me. Yeah.
Hey yo, I'ma say this one time, yo. That shit was dope.
Yeah, Keith Fats is dope, man. His stuff has been coming out crazy.
Hey, let me tell you something. Let me say this, right? First thing first, Yanni, I know you gotta, handle your motherly duties. I wanna first thank you for coming on this podcast. This is the first of many.
Yeah, Yanni is dope.
It's a pleasure for you to have me on your podcast, CJ. I really do appreciate you and I love you.
The love is there. You know what I'm saying. Like I said, like you family. You know what I'm saying. Like I treat you like a sister. You know what I'm saying. So, so I'm definitely gonna look out for you always. You know what I'm saying? Like treat you like your blood. So I'm always gonna look out for you. Don't worry. We're gonna have a sit down. We're gonna talk about this next chapter that you about to embark on. With Red Vision. All right.
Look, I just say this. I just want to be able to throw some stuff. I want to put her on the compilation. And that's all we need for right now. And like I say, it's free promotion. Everything is gonna be on me. I'm looking for a little, and for everybody else that's watching, like we looking for artists for this new project. So
Yeah, look, y'all heard it here, man. You looking for artists? You know what I'm saying? Yanni, before you go, let them know where they can find you at.
Um, you can definitely find me on all major platforms. You just type in my name, Yanni Malone, on YouTube. I'm on Twitter. I'm on TikTok. Everything is under Yanni Malone.
Yo, Yanni,
Every
this is John Logic. Good to meet you. I just wanted to say good to meet you. And
Nice to meet you too, Logic.
yep,
Can I call you Logic?
absolutely, and I'll follow you as well. Is Yanni Malone on IG as well, right?
Yes.
All right, I'll follow you.
Well, Yanni, you have a good
Yeah.
night.
Let's all get locked in and exchange information so we can work. Because I'm serious
Oh
and I'm
yeah, most definitely. Don't worry, I'm gonna connect you with them and everything so that you guys can, make that happen.
and it's an honor too. I really do appreciate you for talking to me tonight, Jason, and
Oh, no,
everyone else on here.
pleasure's all
It's
mine.
a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
I'm
You
looking
have a
for
good
I'm
night,
looking
all
forward
right?
to doing some real work.
And where's you dope? You dope. You're a dope artist.
There you go. There you go. Hey, look, you have a good night. Do your thing, and we definitely going to talk, all right?
And excuse me, it's not Wiz, it's Wanda. Sorry. You're a dope artist. I stay jacking up people's names. Please forgive me.
You good. You good. You good. I
Who's she
definitely
talking
let him
about?
know. You talking about Wanza?
But
Yeah, he had to
yeah,
leave. He
Wanda.
had to leave out. He had connection. He had connection issues earlier.
Why don't you send us
Oh,
one of his
and
videos?
I know you guys. You say you're looking for artists. I am going to spread the word, but I wanted to give a special shout out to an amazing group that I know and close friends of mine. They called the Smash Brothers, so y'all definitely got to check out them. They dope,
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah, we definitely, we
Your
definitely,
talent.
want, we definitely gonna check them out. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is the peak.
Definitely check out the Smash Brothers, Smash Camp.
What do they do?
Yeah,
They rap
most
or
definitely.
sing?
They're artists. I wouldn't say that they're rappers, but they rap. But they're artists because they create all kinds of music. Like they're very versatile, and they're getting into songwriting too. Like they're on the radio. Like their numbers are good. They're consistent. Like their marketing is fire. Like they dope.
All right, yeah. We gonna try to set something up. We gonna try to set something up, probably to get them on the show so they can, speak their story. This is what this platform is here for. You know what I'm saying? So me and Logic gonna try to get something together, try to get them on here.
Oh, they on all streaming platforms. Wherever you find me, you'll find them. Like Spotify, Tidal, Apple, YouTube. They're everywhere.
You said the Smash
As
Champs.
brothers. It's one word. It's all together.
Okay,
And it's brothers with a U. It's spelled Brubas.
copy.
Yeah, brothers.
Smash Brothers. All right. Because our damn show was looking up the other way first, but I found them.
All
Yeah,
right, yeah. Got you, got you.
they dope.
All right, Yanni. You have a good night. You have a good night, and we'll definitely catch up. All right.
We definitely will, and I'm looking forward to being on your podcast again. Thank you for having me tonight.
It is my pleasure. You have a good
What's
one.
your,
All right.
what's your favorite Smash Brothers song before you go?
We outside, and second favorite that cash. Yeah, all that shit fire. Like they make R&B love songs. I really I can't speak on the unreleased stuff, but yeah,
Yeah,
the
the
stuff
Do
only
you
that
the
have
is
only
a
one.
favorite song? Do you have a favorite song or a favorite artist?
my favorite song by somebody else other than them.
Like, oh, like no, like who's your favorite artist or your favorite song? Do you have a favorite song?
Right now, I like this song called "Slow Down" by this group called Van Jess. I just discovered them, so right now those are my favorite artists right now. I'm inspired by the way that they create and have a way with manipulating their music.
Hmm?
All right.
All
Well,
right.
that's
I don't
dope.
know how that's, but they just coming out.
That's the Smash Brothers. Don't talk right now that y'all hearing. But yo, you got any songs from your man?
Nah, he actually doesn't have any. He just started his project. He just
Okay.
started his first project, and he's still working on it. Uh, so I told him, what I'm saying, whenever he gets like any type of snippet, if he wants, he can definitely hit me up. So this is only the beginning of it. You know what I'm saying? So we just waiting.
It would only be right. I got to. We got to shout out the homie Truly. If we could play the record that we got on, that's the only is out right now of Claw Talk, man. You got to play that acknowledgement from Claw Talk.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And Truzy is a
Claw
local as well. So,
from Claw Talk. I mean, excuse me,
yeah,
he's from a Clubhouse. He's the first.
What am I looking up? What am I looking up? What am I looking up?
Vision Music Acknowledgement. It's the third record that's the only other record that we have out right now.
Copy.
and before you play that, you know what I'm saying? I just want to let y'all know that's gonna be the closeout of the show. We love y'all, Jason Salvador, man. You already know.
Hey, yo, man, thank you for having me as always, bro. This is always a good time, man. Always a good time.
Hey, man, listen, it's always great when you come on this podcast, man. It's always great.
Is there a way that I could put up but my email address on here or something like that? Like so everyone can see redvisionmusic@gmail.com, and that's where anybody can send their submissions. All you have to do is just send me an email, say that you want to be on the project, and I'll send you over a folder. I already got the folder ready to go. You know what I mean? We got records.
What was it again?
It's redvisionmusic@gmail.com. All you got to do is just send an email, and I'll send over 10 beats.
What's the name of this video again? I'm on your page.
Yeah, it's acknowledgement.
Acknowledgement.
You go right there, y'all.
Yep. All the submissions go straight there. All you got to say is I'm interested in being a part of 4429.
Hey, that's no matter where the artist is from.
No matter where the artist is from, yo.
Doesn't matter where they're from, man.
Where your man was from in that last song we heard?
That's from Chicago. King Fats is from Chicago. The first guy's from LA.
Right.
And this guy is from Atlanta by way of Carolina.
Copy. Oh, I'll turn it. That's not the video for that. My fault. That's the Smash Brothers you saw on the screen. But this the song. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one. You said we playing this on the way.
So check this out, yo. I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. You guys know what it is. It's your host CJ. We got Logic here. Jason, once again, thank you for taking time out your busy schedule to join us, man.
Thank you.
It's always great. It's always love, my guy. You like a brother from another mother to me.
Claw Talk is coming any day now, and 4429 is coming in April. Let y'all know that right now. Hashtag 4429.
Make sure y'all cop that immediately, man. Nothing but like a great old school, new school vibe that is clashed together. Shout out to Yanni Malone. Shout out to Yanni Malone for definitely coming through. Love y'all. Love y'all definitely. We hope you guys have a great weekend.
You too, bro.
Podcast. Y'all be easy.
Hey man, good meeting you too, man.
Yeah, same here. We're gonna link.
I'm here.
Times I win is when they've applauded. I'm sorry, y'all. I often drift. I'm here to acknowledge everyone who saw my gifts and cultivated greatness into ghost status. I'm turning down the picture next to your Caddy Bentley to eliminate my broke status. I don't care about your credit score, girl. What's your throat average? Thought about a horse and carriage, but I'm not Cameron. For my son, I kill the sun just to bring the mood to my family. Anything I didn't say, bet I mentioned at the Grammys. From Red Street to Red Vision Music. This is true. Yeah. I came to acknowledge my grandmama's Grammy. My granddad is daddy. Sharecroppers pick cotton and crops just to feed the families. I understand you wouldn't understand me. And can we please stop talking about what the rap game missing? The only answer is shoot my nigga. Shawty left, okay, cool, get richer. Couple shawties left me too. I got bigger. Gonna put a school in my city. Just be patient with me. I do everything I say, but who withstands the test of time? Flow model televisions. The show was awful. I'm glad I missed it. Wearing dashiki camos and Truzy by Truzy sneakers. Every sneaker come with special features. Price point, Truzy up. Never heard it land, put the moon on my flag, but look, it's way more than that. It's way more than church.